Documenting the Journey, episode 4. This week has been crazy so far. Took 4 or 5 demos today. Closed one deal, $1,500. Awesome sale, awesome person, awesome company. So really excited to work with that one. You know, the ones you're like, yeah, we can scale with this. It's just working in the local space. It's crazy when you kind of meet, when you catch like a younger founder, someone who's hungry to grow. It's like your usual sales process. You kind of just, you don't throw it out the window. Like I could be completely wrong here, but like I was just speaking to this guy. He was a younger guy, acquired this company from another time before, and it was just like, you just don't want to bullshit them. Like you just want to get to the point with these type of people, and not waste their time. And if they see value in it, they see value in it. They're not tire kickers. They're not their older sales prospects where you're trying to like break them down and work through every single price objection under the sun. Like it's just, you just get to the point. Like there was parts I was going through with them. I was like, look, you know this. When I was going through my demo, I was like, this is all relevant to you. We've already talked about this, so I'm going to cut to the chase. This is what it costs, and it's like, just done. Let's make this happen. Let's get this started. It's just, it's crazy. Like the difference between the people. It's just like a mental shift. Like the difference between the people who want to grow and like who have experience advertising versus the really hard sells. Like they know they have to invest to grow. And this is just an obvious thing for me taking more sales calls. I'm realizing, but you can tell instantly when I get on the phone with someone if they're the type of person that wants to invest to grow. It's crazy. But yeah, so like took a few sales calls today, have another deal which is like I'm confident in could go through for a 1,300 or 1,500 package, which is sick. But as well as that, had a few other harder sales, like with like smaller companies, one-man bands. And I'm getting better at sales, and that's something I'm very happy with this week, is I've taken more demos than I've ever taken. And I'm actually getting good at handling objections. Whether I close them or not, like I hopped off a call with another local business there, and it was just like me handling objections for 20 minutes when it came to price. And like I walked off that call nearly, this sounds strange, nearly happier than without, even though I didn't close the deal and it kind of give them a lower ticket offer or whatever like that. I walked off the sale like, wow, like my sales skill set in terms of handling those objections. Like before, if anyone gave me any objection, I'd be able to throw out some sort of like, oh, your classic like, so what about the package is too expensive? And then they'll say something and then I'll just give up on it and I won't be able to manage it. But like I'm getting so much better at just like just keeping the objection handling going. And that's the hardest thing, because you can follow a script, but then when you get to the objection handling, it's like literally the only way I'm getting better at this is from practicing it, but also just consuming sales calls from other people, consuming content from sales guys on YouTube. And like you hear, like you can, when it comes to objection handling, it's practice. Yes, I need to develop out better scripts for it. I need to be able to say like, if they say X, say X. But me solely alone has been getting so much better at managing sales and managing objections, simply coming down to the fact that I heard on a sample sales call someone say this line, that line inserted into my brain. So when prospect X says line to me, it clicks and it's like, okay, I'm going to try that. And I try that and it works. So like that sales call I just got off, I was so happy coming off it because it just showed how much better I've gotten at sales. I was never good at sales. Mainly because I was always closing performance deals that were like no-brainers to companies. But yeah, so like closing retainers now for the first time is new, but it's an actual experience, an actual sales experience. Like I walked off that call and he was very close to buying, but he went from telling me, when I asked him to rate our process from 1 to 10, he rated it at 5, 20 minutes into the call, and 25 minutes later on from that, he was extremely close to buying. Nearly kind of had him in tears over his company because I just broke down essentially, and this was something I was never comfortable with. I'm a 21-year-old speaking to a 45-year-old, 50-year-old person. Like I never had the confidence to be able to actually get into their pains. Like I was pretty much saying to him, like, nothing's going to change. Like, you know, and look, this is all basic sales stuff to anyone that's been doing this, but I've never gone through this experience, is like really just breaking down and making it clear to them, and like telling this person who's 25 years older than you that his life is going to stay the exact same and nothing's going to change for him ever, if he keeps doing the same process he's doing, and just really, it's just a great experience. That's really it. It's just a great experience. I'm so much happier with how it's developing. But yeah, like Took 5 demos today. Didn't get the opportunity to, like, I have so many leads to call up in our pipeline. It's so rich at the moment. It's amazing. So amazing. But yeah, so like I just took a load of demos today. Traveling tomorrow, so no time to call leads. So then next week, then it's back on the phones and back smashing those dials, because God, I expect to have, I want 20 demos next week minimum. Like, our pipeline is so rich that I'm gonna get those 20 demos. I am, yeah. But that's what I need to set in place, and a few other sales items. But yeah, so great day, client signed, and just some great sales calls. Outside of that, then we're hiring an appointment setter. Spoke to a guy today from the States, and yeah, I'm going to get him on the phones, and he's simply just going to be ripping dials. Like, we've launched an email campaign with 2.5k emails and returned. Let me check now. This is craziness. Where are we now? Our campaign has done 78 opportunities out of 2.5k leads reached out to, which is pretty nuts, not gonna lie. So like, I know the numbers, I know the power in this. So like, this goes back to, I think I talked about this in video 2, is you force yourself to grow when you get yourself into this situation. Like, I've spent the week calling leads, setting demos, taking demos, closing deals, which have been awesome, but I haven't even scratched the surface in terms of most of those leads. I've just been calling the hottest ones that I can see, but there's so many more leads in the pipeline that I haven't been able to call, or only been able to call once, for example, or only been able to send an inbox, or my inbox manager sends them an email with like a video that whatever the call to action we were using was. And this week I started the week off saying I have this campaign live and a few opportunities coming in. Towards the end of the week, saying I need to have a setter in place, and now I have a setter who's starting early next week. Spoke with him today, broke it down, showed him what we were doing, showed him what our trajectory is, explained our goal of hitting 30k per month by June, which 2.5k leads and 78 opportunities from me alone setting and closing deals this week. Like, I'm about to 5x that campaign, plus have a setter on the back end of it. So I'm just taking sales calls and removing myself from setting. It is going to be a crazy 6 weeks. We are hitting that 30k per month. I do not care. I will die in my grave until we hit that. We are hitting that 30k per month. It's that simple. I have struggled with my agency for so long that this is my opportunity now, and I am not letting it pass. Nothing is getting in my bucking way of hitting that 30k per month, and that it's as simple as that. I am not losing out on this opportunity. I'm thinking past 30k per month. But where I was going with that, I'm saying, is you force yourself to grow. Forcing yourself to have too many sales opportunities in your pipeline. Most people, and I'm not saying I'm some amazing item or anything, or person or whatever you want to say, me in the past would have just paused the campaigns, worked the leads, and then like kick things back up in a few weeks. Like, fuck no. I would have looked at my calendar and said, I don't have time. This week I spent barely any time on the usual tasks that I spent so much of my time doing over the last 2 years. I spent no time on them this week. Those consistent building tasks. Guess what? It's Thursday and nothing has changed. No problems have arisen other than me closing more deals. You have to use your time more effectively. You have to just realize those tasks that you're putting on your calendar and filling your time with are not fucking important. Get your time right. Focus your time where your time needs to go. Force yourself to grow. So me launching this campaign, getting all these opportunities, whether I expect it or not, has now forced me to come in and say, I need a setter. And the universe comes in. I'm not a universe guy, but everything comes in, and now I have a setter in place for next week who's going to be dialing my leads. And I'm about to 5x this campaign. Plus with the setter, boy, we're going to be looking at 30 demos a week soon. Like, there's no reason not to. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Like, everyone, I say everyone just because this is my mindset now. I was not of this mindset a few months ago. Like, keep your foot on the fucking gas. Don't slow down. Don't think, I can't fulfill now. No, guess what? I'm now forcing myself to say, hey, I need to find a more automated way to get clients on board and outsource and systemize this process. So you're forcing yourself to figure out that problem. Like, you can be this very determined person, this person who just gets shit done and everything like that, and knows what to do next. But that's great. But at the same time, oftentimes you just need to be the person, like, you just need to put yourself under the necessary pressure to force yourself to grow and make these changes. It's as simple as that, and that's the mindset shift I'm having currently. and it's going to be why we're going to hit 30K per month by June. So yeah, it's been an amazing week. I still feel like there's so much on the table, like that I've left because I haven't been able to give the time to it. Obviously, still being in university, I've had classes and assignments and all this crack as well. But at the same time, this is my priority, and that's not clear. But yeah, like I feel like opportunities were left on the table, and I wasn't like. Look, I signed 2 or 3 clients this week. That's more than I've ever done before, and I could be satisfied with that. But I'm not. I'm saying no. We've left so much money on the table. So how do we solve that problem? We get ourselves a setter. Bang, problem solved. Okay, awesome. Now, I'm taking sales calls. Now, what's going to be the next obvious problem? I need a closer because I can't manage that sales calls. Bang, new fucking problem. Oh shit, I can't manage all my clients. Bang, new problem. Let's get a COO. Let's get an ops manager, and let's get this in place. Bang. Like, force the growth is key. You need to force the growth. It is essential. Force yourself to grow. So that's the main takeaway from this. Things have been going great. Things have been going amazing, but we're not, like, we're scratching the surface here. So thousands of dollars were left on the table this week by not having a team. So it's time to get a team in place. It's time to put these systems in place. And like, the other thing I want to mention is, like, there's not one way to run your business. Everyone has this idea. Like, it's literally just your mindset. Like, why can't you go from me a couple of weeks ago not having barely any clients, getting shit results from my marketing agency clients, to 30K per month by June and having a full team built out? Why can't you do that in 6 weeks? Why can't I do that in 3 weeks? Like, there's just this, it completely depends on your mental shift and your attitude towards how fast you want to grow. It's all in your mind about how you want to grow. Like, I could easily be of the mindset now. And look, I should probably be of the mindset of, why can't I do this in 3 weeks? So that's the next barrier I need to break down. But before, my mindset was why, and most people's is, this is great, like, let's hit that in 6 months. Like, no, fuck no. Do it 10 times quicker. Force the growth. Do it 10 times quicker. It's all in your mind about how fast you want to grow and your approach you're taking to it. Like, I should be thinking even further ahead. Like, great, I've got the setter in, but I haven't been thinking about a closer. So why? Why haven't I been thinking about a closer? I'm too small-minded there. I need to be thinking about that. So if I get a setter in place, what's my next hire next week? Why do I have to slow down my hiring process? Like, that's just my mind. Like, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm of the attitude and the approach that I can just slow down, and not hire next week and do something and just let this trickle away for a while. Like, why? Why not force this and make it happen? It's like, you look at guys who go from 0 to 100K in like 6 months, and you think, wow, they must have had some special offer, or there must be something else crazy about them. No, they just realized what needs to be done. They were fucking hungry for it, and they just kept on building. If they did nothing different, it's not their cold email script, it's not their ads, it's not they had more capital to invest than you. It's just they went after things and approached things in a different way. And I could talk about this and unload and dump my brain all day, but that's the truth of it. So yeah, that's my rant ramble, episode 4. Things are moving. Very much. Not sure if I want to mention how much revenue we're doing at the moment, where we're at with the goal, but we're on track. We're like very much on track. We're going to hit it. Like, today is going to reaffirm me. Like, it was funny, like, even a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I'm not going to, like, mentally in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm not going to hit that goal. And now I'm like, I'm going to do more. Like, I'm going to do 40. It's now 25th of April. Give or take 4 and a bit weeks to hit 30. What does it look like client-wise? Yeah, I think the main thing I'm going to need to do is sign some larger ticket clients, for sure, which is on the cards. I'm planning on restructuring the offer in a way where, like, right now we sell kind of an average like 1.3 to 1.5k retainer, and like that's the margins on that are like, first month margins maybe like 75%, but after that it's like 80% plus, I think, and that's just me kind of throwing it out there. But what I'm looking to do is start selling the infrastructure of it to bigger companies. So like companies that operate across full states, and start selling them a 9K package on a 3-month deal, so I can get a lot more cash flow up front. That would take me past it. But once again, like, just coming back to this again, I know I'm ranting and rambling. Why would I wait a month to then decide to sell that package? Why not sell that next week? Just do it. Just get it done and put it in place next week and do it. Don't wait. Just do it fucking now. So yeah, all these items coming into play and coming into mind. I'm limiting myself thinking 30k per month. So I'm completely limiting myself thinking 30k per month. So it's time to hit and shoot above that. We can do it. I know we can do it. I'm so confident in the product, which is awesome. That helps a lot, but we're gonna hit that. Oh, we're gonna hit that. Yeah, big bucks coming soon. Yeah, episode 4, I think. So yeah, things are good. We're growing, and yeah, time to build. Let's keep building. Peace.